Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Marlon. This is episode 8 of Kingdom Hearts 2. And also, we do have a national weather discussion as well. Now, before we can get to today's stream, first of all, big apologies to everyone here who was promised, or rather, I promised that I was going to provide you guys the national weather discussion for last night. But unfortunately, that did not happen. There were major technical issues that I had to deal with, and I was unable to get it fixed in time. And it got to a point where once 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time had passed, I realized it was too late. So I had to make a 2-minute stream for you guys just to keep you updated. And I can't tell you how embarrassed I embarrassed myself in front of you guys. My apologies on that one. So, I mean, I did say for you guys to turn on the notifications after you hit me with a follow, just so that you guys would know I'll be streaming the next time. I mean, just because I say that I'll be streaming at that time does not automatically guarantee that I was going to do that. This is what I would expect you to know. But in case if that did not happen, well, you guys would know that I would not be streaming. But once you turn on the notifications after you hit me with a follow, you guys would definitely know that I would be streaming for you guys. And it was tough last night. Alright. The one thing I gotta say, folks, is that because of the fact that I promised you weather, and I am going to give it to you guys. So, at the top corner, or rather at the top portion of the screen, you do see that currently it is 61 degrees Fahrenheit with mist in the vicinity. For today, we do have 68 degrees for the high and 59 for the low with clouds, and that'll stretch until tomorrow. But tomorrow there will be a high of 70 and a low of 63. Tuesday, there will be some showers with a high of 68 and a low of 64. Wednesday, the same story, but with temperatures at 82 degrees for the high and for the low, 68 degrees if I'm not mistaken. Thursday at 91 degrees for the high, but do keep in mind thunderstorms could occur now because the temperature is so high that it'll be enough to cause thunderstorms. And for the low, it'll be 72. Friday and Saturday, temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s for the high, and for the low, it'll be in the 60s. Alright, folks. Now, let's talk about what's going on right now throughout the country. We will do the national weather discussion first. Kingdom Hearts will have to wait until about an hour from now, just to get things over with, folks. Okay, so what's going on right now? So, there are 100 active weather alerts. There is one severe thunderstorm warning in Texas, one flash flood warning in Missouri, and one special weather statement in Texas. We do have 5 extreme heat warnings. Let me see. Well, it's only pink. And it's located in southern eastern Utah, northwestern Colorado, and as well as southern Arizona and southeastern California. And one dense fog advisory, and it's located in western Kansas. There are 88 flood warnings that are in place throughout the south, and 3 red flag warnings. Hold on just a minute, folks. Never mind. Well, it turns out I was wrong about the whole Utah having an excessive heat warning. And that includes northwestern Colorado. And as well, that's the same thing. Alright, so Now let's move on to see what's going on in the Northeast. So, in the Northeast, in New England, it's quite dry for the past 3 hours, virtually all over New England. Parts of upstate New York, there were some scattered clouds present, and right now, there are clouds and some showers in the greater New York City area, particularly in New Jersey, where showers are rolling in, crossing through the Delaware and entering towards the northern half of Jersey. Pennsylvania also having some scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder in a few areas throughout Pennsylvania. Oh, there are thunderstorms brewing in southwestern PA near Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at Baltimore and Washington and the Delmarva Peninsula, Annapolis and Virginia. So far there's only... Wait, what is this right there? From what it looks like, it may be a flood warning right now. But for the most part, it's all is calm in the Delmarva Peninsula, and as well as eastern Virginia and eastern Maryland and the Chesapeake Bay area. Yet showers and thunderstorms are rolling across through West Virginia, making its way towards the Washington, D.C. area in a matter of a few hours. And there's also brewing thunderstorms in the Appalachian side of Virginia, before West Virginia, that is. The Carolinas, you do have showers rolling across through the interior parts of North Carolina. Some few showers and few clouds throughout parts of North Carolina and South Carolina. Georgia, you're getting some, pop-up thunderstorms even for the early morning hours going into the afternoon. Florida, well, there are brewing thunderstorms in the Panhandle and the Big Bend area. Yet showers so far, well, just about a few showers are in South Florida. And showers and thunderstorms brewing in places like Mississippi, parts of Mississippi and Alabama, particularly in the Gulf Coast, and as well as the interior, in the central parts of both states. Louisiana, scattered showers and pop-up thunderstorms coming from the Gulf of Mexico. Elsewhere throughout Louisiana, just clouds and showers. Texas, what do we got for Texas? So, for Texas, a massive storm located in Oklahoma, racing towards Texas, affecting places like Dallas-Fort Worth, making its way towards Abilene. There is a severe thunderstorm warning present. Oklahoma, well, Oklahoma City, they are somewhat in the clear, but still dealing with some clouds and surrounding showers, that is. So for the most part, throughout much of the South, there are flood warnings present there. Arkansas and Tennessee, well, Tennessee, you're seeing some showers, a few rumbles of thunder in parts of the Volunteer State, and as well as Arkansas. Yet clouds are starting to dissipate for now. And what do we got for the Ohio Valley? So clouds and showers and thunderstorms, a few rumbles of thunder throughout Kentucky, Ohio, and even southern Indiana. Illinois, for the most part, has been relatively quiet. Well, except for northwestern Illinois, that is. There's only a few parts, though. So far in Michigan, in both peninsulas of Michigan, just some, not much going on, just maybe a few clouds and maybe a few showers, if there's any. Wisconsin and the southern eastern parts of Wisconsin, just some showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder in the southwest corner of the state. Iowa, showers and thunderstorms are all over the Hawkeye State. Minnesota, just a few spotty showers and thunderstorms are present through northern Minnesota and even the southern edge of Minnesota too, but nothing widespread though. Missouri, they're getting some showers and thunderstorms in the western parts of the state, plus southern and eastern Kansas as well. There is a flash flood warning located in both Missouri and Kansas. And Nebraska, well, for the most part, Nebraska, showers are rolling in with thunderstorms present in the northern half of the state, especially in South Dakota. Okay. Yep, there are showers in Pierre, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and as well as Aberdeen, but so far it's moving towards the northeast. And there are also some showers rolling in through North Dakota as we speak, folks, and that's coming from Montana. Thunderstorms, heavy downpours in the eastern part of the state, and I see pop-up clouds and showers coming from southeastern Washington state and northeastern Oregon, rolling across Idaho. Elsewhere throughout Idaho and Montana, all is good, as well as Wyoming, just a few passing clouds here and there. Colorado, well, not much is going on in Colorado right now. Just some spotty few showers, but all that is starting to dissipate. And especially Utah and Nevada, quite dry. And of course, this leads to red flag warnings there throughout the Beehive State and as well as Colorado. New Mexico, eastern New Mexico, just some spotty clouds and showers, maybe a few storms here and there, but nothing too widespread at this moment. Arizona, it's very hot, bone dry, especially California, also dry. And going to the Pacific Northwest, I've already said much about Washington and Oregon, but elsewhere throughout Washington and Oregon, on the western halves of each state, nothing much is going on. We will get to Kingdom Hearts in less than an hour, folks. But I do want to make up time by talking about the weather, just so you know. Now let's switch gears to the weather websites. Let's go here. Okay. Let's start off here in the Northeast, where you do have major well, you do have a lot of sea breeze everywhere throughout the coastal parts of the Northeast, coming from the Atlantic. Let's start off in New England, where you do have winds that are blowing at no more than 20 miles per hour, and they're heading towards the northeast as we speak. Inland winds are very light and variable in the Adirondacks and upstate New York. Elsewhere, winds are moving towards the west, but no more than 20 miles per hour, with the exception of Niagara Falls. Probably blowing at up to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Just, a little breezy there. Hold on. Sorry about that. See, what do we have here? So, throughout southern New England, you have Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, especially Long Island, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Winds are blowing towards the west. Coastal parts of the greater New York City area, like the Jersey Shore, Long Island, and Connecticut. Yeah, they have winds of up to 20 miles per hour, up to 30 in a few areas. And they're blowing towards the northwest and then towards the southeast once it reaches Ohio. In the Delmarva Peninsula, Maryland, winds are shifting towards the northwest, towards Pennsylvania, and then to Ohio. Then you have West Virginia, winds are generally blowing towards the northeast, but becoming light and variable, though, but may end up going back to Ohio. Virginia, winds are actually coming, in the southern half of Virginia, winds are coming from the southwest, becoming light and variable, moving towards the northwest, but in eastern Virginia, winds are coming from the ocean, from the Delmarva Peninsula, heading towards Pennsylvania. Okay, so let's take a look at the temperatures. The temperatures throughout Maine, they're in the upper 50s to mid 60s. In Vermont and New Hampshire, temperatures are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. Southern New England, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, you have temperatures that are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. Upstate New York, you do have temperatures are in the upper 50s to mid 60s, upper 60s. Throughout the greater New York City area, you have temperatures that are in the mid 50s to low 60s. The Delmarva Peninsula, you do have temperatures that are in the 60s. Pennsylvania, temperatures are in the low 60s to low 70s. Western Maryland, Washington, D.C., temperatures are in the 60s to low 70s. West Virginia, temperatures are in the 60s to low 70s. Virginia, temperatures are in the upper 60s to low 80s there. Let's go to the southeast, particularly in states like the Carolinas and Georgia, where winds are generally blowing towards the northeast, where in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina, you do have winds that are no more than 10 miles per hour, but in Charlotte and Anderson, wind speeds are about 25 miles per hour, maybe a little higher in a few areas, plus Atlanta up to 25 miles per hour. And throughout the coastal parts, for the most part, it's only up to 20 miles per hour, with the exception of some parts of the Outer Banks, where winds top at around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Temperatures in the Carolinas are in the mid 70s to low 80s. And in Georgia, temperatures are in the upper 70s to mid 80s. Florida, you have a lot of winds in the peninsula part of Florida. They're coming from the southeast, shifting towards the northeast. Winds throughout the Sunshine State are only up to 20 miles an hour. In the panhandle of Florida, winds are very calm. They're very light and variable, folks. Temperatures are in the 80s there. Let's go to Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama. So what do we have here? So Tennessee, winds blowing up towards the east-northeast at about up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, maybe a little higher in a few areas. Alabama, Mississippi. So in the southern part of each state, winds are very light and variable, but elsewhere, winds are blowing up to 20 miles an hour, with the winds moving to the northeast, though. Temperatures in Tennessee are in the 70s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures are in the mid-70s to low 80s there. Arkansas and Louisiana, you have winds there coming from the Gulf. But for the most part, Arkansas do have the strongest winds, but can only blow up to 30 miles an hour there in some areas. Elsewhere throughout Arkansas, it's very calm. In Louisiana, particularly in southeastern Louisiana, winds are very, very calm. Temperatures in Arkansas are in the 70s, Louisiana 80s. Start off in Texas. Winds in Oklahoma, winds are generally blowing from the south, shifting towards the northwest. Winds are very strong in places like Odessa and San Angelo, blowing at around 30 to 40 miles an hour there. And elsewhere throughout the state, it's less than that. It gets very calm in the northeastern part of Oklahoma. So what do we have for the temperatures throughout the panhandle of Texas? Temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. Western Texas, temperatures are... Let me see if we got someone in the chat. I just want to refresh that, folks. Yeah, I just want to take a quick refresh if there's any. Okay, so Western Texas, temperatures are in the 80s. Southern Texas, temperatures are in the 80s as well. Eastern and northeastern Texas, eastern and northeastern Texas, temperatures are in the upper 70s to mid 80s there. Oklahoma, temperatures are in the 70s. the Ohio Valley. So what do we got for the Ohio Valley? Kentucky. You have winds blowing towards the northeast, blowing at no more than 20 miles an hour there. Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. Well, most of Illinois. Winds are coming from the northeast, blowing at no more than 20 miles per hour. But in northwestern Ohio, winds are blowing up to 25 miles per hour. In the northern part of Illinois, winds are very light and variable, but then they shift towards the northwest. So in Kentucky, temperatures are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Ohio, temperatures are in the mid 60s to mid 70s. Indiana, temperatures are in the upper 60s to low 70s. Illinois, temperatures are in the mid 60s to mid 70s. Let's go to Michigan and Wisconsin, where winds are generally blowing from the northeast, but then shift towards the west. But in Wisconsin, yeah, it's generally blowing towards the west, actually, for both Michigan and Wisconsin. Let's take a... Okay, so winds are very light and variable, just so you know, folks, on the eastern half of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and the northern half of the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. So, what do we got for temperatures in the Lower Peninsula of Michigan? Temperatures are in the low 60s to mid 70s. Upper Peninsula, temperatures are in the 50s to mid 60s. Wisconsin, temperatures are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. Minnesota and Iowa. Let's start off with Minnesota. Winds are coming from the east, shifting towards the northwest. In central Minnesota, winds are blowing at around 25 miles per hour, maybe 30. In some areas, Iowa, winds are coming generally from the north, blowing towards the northwest, actually, but becoming light and variable in other parts of Iowa. In Minnesota, temperatures are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. Iowa, temperatures are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Let's go to Missouri, where winds, for the most part, are light and variable in the... Well, you have winds that are coming generally from the south, but then they move just a little bit to the northwest, but then shift back towards the north. But in eastern Missouri, winds are coming from the west, though, shifting towards the north. But it's very light, though, folks. No more than 10 miles an hour for the most part of the state. Temperatures are in the 70s in Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. Kansas winds are light and variable in the far eastern part of Kansas, but they blow at around 25 to 30 miles per hour in the western part. Winds shift towards the northwest, though. In Nebraska, winds are at around 30 to 40 miles per hour in the northwestern part of the state, but winds are generally blowing towards the north, folks. Kansas, temperatures are in the 70s. Nebraska, temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. The Dakotas, you do have winds that are... Well, they're coming from... mostly, they're coming from the southeast, then shifting towards the north, but winds, for the most part, very light and variable in the western part of North Dakota and South Dakota, too. Temperature-wise, well, winds are blowing at no more than 30 miles per hour throughout the Dakotas, with the exception of southwestern South Dakota, where winds are up to 35 to 40 miles per hour there. Temperatures in South Dakota, they are in the mid-60s to mid-70s. North Dakota, temperatures are in the 60s. Montana, let's start off with the northern Rockies. For the most part, Idaho and Wyoming and most of Montana, winds are very light and variable there. And the winds in the eastern part of Montana, they're coming from the northwest, but then they shift towards the south, but becoming light and variable, though. Let's see what we got for temperatures. So temperatures are in the 60s to low 70s in Montana. Idaho, temperatures are in the 50s in the northern half of the state. Southern half of the state, temperatures are in the 60s to mid-70s. Wyoming, temperatures are in the mid-60s to mid-70s. Starting Colorado, so winds are very light and variable throughout Colorado, Utah, and Nevada. But wherever is the strongest, they're blowing towards the north, though. and they're blowing at around up to 30 to 35 miles per hour in some areas, maybe up to 40. But in eastern Colorado, you have winds that are generally blowing towards the north, blowing at up to 35 to 40 miles per hour there. Temperatures in Colorado, they range from 66 in Alamosa to 80 in Grand Junction. Temperatures throughout Utah are in the 70s to low 80s. Nevada, temperatures in the northern half of the state, they're in the 60s to low 70s. Southern half, temperatures are in the 70s to mid 80s. Let's see what we have for New Mexico. So southeastern New Mexico, winds are stronger there in the central part of New Mexico. The strongest at up to 30, 35, or even up to 40 miles an hour in some areas, with winds coming from Texas, blowing towards the northeast, but elsewhere throughout the state, very light and variable, and Arizona, very light and variable. Temperatures in New Mexico are in the 70s to mid 80s. Arizona, temperatures in the northern half of the state, they are in the 70s to upper 80s. Southern Arizona, temperatures are in the 80s. See, California, winds are very light and variable, though, for this morning. But offshore, winds are coming from the north, blowing parallel along the California coast. Let's see what we have so far. So we got 62 in San Diego, 93 in Indio, 66 in LA, 77 in Bakersfield, 71 in Fresno. You got temperatures that are in the 50s in the Bay Area, 61 in Sacramento, 68 Chico, 71 in Redding, and 50 in Eureka. The Pacific Northwest, well, winds are very light and variable, though, for the most part, but in northern Oregon and even eastern and southern Oregon as well, winds are generally blowing towards the east, though, but it's not uniform. It's just that near Walla Walla, winds are shifting from the west towards the north at up to 30 miles an hour there. And near halfway, winds are blowing towards the southeast at around up to 30 miles an hour. Near Burns, up to 30 miles an hour, blowing towards the east. Everywhere else is just light and variable now. Winds in the immediate coast are blowing up to 30 miles per hour. They're actually paralleling along the west coast. Oregon, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. Washington State, similar story, just up to 64 in Walla Walla. Okay, just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because sometimes things happen. Okay, so what do we have for gusts? Well, not so much strong gusts, because considering that it is still morning, especially on the East Coast, winds are strong in places like San Angelo, Sonora, Texas. They're blowing around up to 30 to 40, maybe up to 50 miles an hour in some areas, especially in the central part of New Mexico. Up to 40 miles an hour near Morris, Minnesota, and Miles City in Montana. And up to 30 or 40 miles an hour in the Carolinas, some parts though. And let's see what we got for humidity. So we got a lot of humidity in places like Arkansas, the Ozarks, Missouri, especially in Oklahoma, North Dakota, and Montana, and as well as Iowa, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky. And what do we have for rainfall accumulation? So the estimate for rainfall accumulation would be probably up to 2 to 4 inches of rain throughout North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio. Kentucky up to 1 or 2 inches of rain. Arkansas 2 to 4, maybe up to 5 inches of rain in northern Arkansas, just up to 2 inches of rain in the southern part, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and even parts of Florida as well, and especially in the northern plains. Now let's go over what's going to happen for today right now. So what we got here, folks, is that we do have a ridge that's located over the Rockies, over Colorado. A trough is over the Mississippi and Ohio valleys. And from what it looks like, it's a trough. There's a trough in British Columbia, so that means that there's going to be wet weather throughout parts of the West, like the Great Basin, the Rockies. Okay, so what about elsewhere? Well, just a little bit of ridging off the Outer Banks, which means that there is plenty of wet weather to go around. Oh yeah, and some wet weather throughout the northern plains as well. Let's go to 24 hours from now, which is tomorrow morning. So by tomorrow morning, there will be a trough just over the lower part of the Mississippi Valley, a ridge over the Colorado Rockies, and another one just over the Bitterroot Mountains, and as well as another small ridge just over the Carolinas. A trough. Wait. Let's see what we got. Yeah, a trough. It's going to be over British Columbia and as well as off of Northern California, which means that there's going to be wet weather, some strong to severe weather in places like the Southeast, and as well as the Great Basin, the Northern Rockies, and even the Pacific Northwest, though. And maybe a little bit of wet weather throughout places like the Great Lakes region, but we'll get to that in a better detail. By Tuesday morning, there is going to be a trough. No, actually, that doesn't look like a trough. For the most part, there will be a dip in the jet stream just over Idaho, a ridge over Montana, and there's going to be a trough over the Ohio Valley, a ridge over the mid-Mississippi Valley, and a small trough over the northern plains. And for what it looks like, a ridge just over the over Texas, and another ridge over the Carolinas, which means in the southeast, which means that there's going to be wet weather throughout the Ohio Valley, and as well as the Missouri River Valley, and possibly in Texas. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is just an upper. This is just an upper level high. There's going to be wet weather in the Rockies and parts of the Great Basin, and even parts of the Pacific Northwest, the Bitterroot Mountains. And finally, by Wednesday morning, there's going to be a trough over the northern plains, especially the Great Plains. A ridge, it's going to occur over the southeast, and as well as another ridge over the Mojave Desert and the desert parts of the desert southwest, which means that there's going to be plenty of strong to severe weather throughout places like the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and as well as the Pacific Northwest, Northern Plains, the Great Plains, I mean. We'll look into it, folks. We'll look into it. Now let's talk about the models real quick. Let's start off here for tonight. So for tonight, we're going to get plenty of heat throughout the Great Plains, Texas, lower Mississippi Valley, Desert Southwest, Great Basin, California. It's mild temperatures throughout the Northeast. tomorrow morning. Yeah, by tomorrow morning there will be warm lows throughout the Gulf Coast, the Southeast, Mid-Atlantic, and as well as plenty of mild temperatures throughout the central portion of the country, in the Midwest overall, and as well as the desert Southwest. Chilly temperatures throughout parts of the Pacific Northwest, the Rocky Mountains, Sierra Nevadas, and even northern coastal New England. By tomorrow night, there will be a lot of heat all over the Great Plains, Texas, Desert Southwest, California, Great Basin. Chilly mild temperatures throughout much of the Northeast, and even parts of the Pacific Northwest too. So by Tuesday morning, there's going to be plenty of warm lows throughout the Gulf, and a lot of warmth throughout the Carolinas, mild temperatures throughout the Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, Great Lakes region, as well as the Desert Southwest. Chilly lows throughout the Pacific Northwest, parts of the Great Basin, Bitterroot Mountains, and maybe a little bit in Maine and a little bit in the northern plains, as well as the Colorado Rockies. By Tuesday night, there's going to be a lot of heat throughout Texas, the Southern Plains, the Southeast, Florida, Desert Southwest, Central Valley, California. Plenty of mild temperatures throughout the Northeast, the northern front range of the Rockies, and even the Pacific Northwest. Finally, plenty of warm lows throughout portions of the East Coast, but only up to Washington, D.C., south of Jersey, and there's plenty of warmth throughout the Gulf Coast, the rest of the South, Ohio Valley, Mid-Mississippi Valley, and even parts of the Northeast too, and the Desert Southwest and parts of California. Chilly weather throughout the Cascades, the Rockies. Now let's go back. Oh my god. But this time with the dew points. So what do we got for the dew points? So anywhere just east of the Rockies, you're getting excessive moisture, with the exception of Maine. And even parts of the West Coast will get some moisture. Let's take a look at what we got for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning there will be a lot of humidity to go around throughout the South, the Mid-Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and even parts of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, and even a lot of moisture to go around throughout the rest of the plains and the southern half of the Great Lakes region. A good amount of moisture throughout the interior Northeast. So in general, anywhere east of the Rockies is going to be deluged with a bunch of moisture. I know that may not be the right word for me to say, but anyway, there's going to be a lot of moisture anywhere east of the Rockies, folks. A lot of excessive moistures to go around everywhere in the central parts and even the eastern part of the country. It's getting excessive moistures. That's for tomorrow night. But by Tuesday morning, there's going to be more moisture to go around anywhere east of the Rockies, but yet the excessive moisture would start moving away from the plains, but still will remain there in the Dakotas. But yet the excessive moisture starts moving eastward. Then we move on to Tuesday night. So by Tuesday night, anywhere east of the Rockies, plenty of moisture to go around, but there's a little bit less moisture. Starts moving in across the through the Dakotas, but there's still plenty of excessive moisture to go around there, but just not as significant as those along the East Coast. the Great Lakes, and even much of the South. But even in Texas, the moisture would slowly recede away from western Texas, though. And finally, Wednesday morning, there's going to be a lot of moisture. All that excessive moisture starts moving away from the Dakotas, moving towards the east. It gets worse in the northeast. And a little bit of moisture starts building up in the Pacific Northwest and the coastal part. Now let's talk about what's going on. One minute. Thought I got something, but I was wrong. Let's see what we got for Cape. So there's going to be a lot of Cape tonight throughout the Great Plains, Texas, lower Mississippi Valley. Yeah, so it's going to get a lot worse in the Great Plains, folks. Good amount of Cape throughout the southeast, though. Tomorrow morning, there's going to be an excessive amount of Cape throughout the Gulf Coast. Good amount throughout the rest of Texas, the Great Plains, too, and especially the Ohio Valley and the rest of the South and Florida. There is a lot of convection going around throughout the central portion of the country. The central third of the country is going to get excessive amount of Cape. A good amount of Cape throughout the southeast, though, and the Rockies, too. Now, let's see what we've got for Tuesday morning. So, by Tuesday morning, there still will be a lot of convection all over the Gulf Coast. Good amount throughout the Carolinas, the southern plains, mid-Mississippi Valley, and even the front range of the Rockies, the Dakotas, too. And what do we have for Tuesday night? So by Tuesday night, this is a very excessive amount of Cape throughout the southern plains, the mid-Mississippi Valley, and especially the Carolinas and parts of Virginia, and especially the Gulf Coast. Though there's a good amount of Cape throughout parts of the Ohio Valley and even the northern plains, the rest of the South, rest of Texas, and finally, by Wednesday morning, there's going to be just only a limited but good amount of Cape throughout the Gulf Coast, a good amount of Cape throughout the Mississippi and Ohio valleys, the Mid-Atlantic as well. Now let's go to precipitation. There's going to be a lot of wet weather all across the Mid-Atlantic. Portions of the Northeast will get some showers. Maybe a few storms in some areas, especially the Ohio Valley, the Mississippi Valley, Texas, and even the rest of the South. And even the upper Mississippi Valley, too, and the Rockies, too. Lots of storms brewing, especially portions of the desert Southwest, like New Mexico. By tomorrow morning, there's going to be plenty of moisture to go around throughout places like the South, parts of the Northeast, with plenty of showers to go around, especially in the Mississippi Valley, Northern Plains, parts of the Rockies, too. Stray showers along the West Coast. Tomorrow night, there's going to be a good amount of Cape. Not a good amount of Cape. There's going to be a lot of precipitation, a lot of rain, a lot of storms throughout the South, the Ohio Valley, portions of the Great Lakes, upper Mississippi Valley, Northern Plains, the Rockies, Bitterroot Mountains, parts of the Great Basin, and the leeward side of the Cascades. And let's not forget about the East Coast, too. Tuesday morning, there is going to be a lot of precipitation all over the East Coast, especially the South, the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, Great Plains, and the Rockies too. Stray showers in parts of California, the coastal part of California, I should say. By Tuesday night, there's going to be a lot of rain, some storms all across the East Coast, Ohio Valley, the South, Great Plains, Great Lakes, portions of the Rockies. And finally, on Wednesday morning, there is going to be a lot of moisture, a lot of rain, a lot of storms all across much of the East Coast, Ohio Valley, parts of the South, Mississippi Valley, Great Plains, and even stray showers along the West Coast. Alright, folks, I am done with the national weather discussion. You can look back once the stream is over just to see, what's going on. But now I want to switch gears to play Kingdom Hearts for you guys. And as for the weather topic of the day, we'll do that at the end of the stream. Well, right now, I'm just going to come up with the weather topic of the day for the next few minutes, folks. Just so that I can get everything ready. Just so that I can transition into the game. And as well as for me to change my HDMI port. Just give me a moment, folks. Just give me a moment. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so I've thought about the weather topic of the day, but we'll get to that at the end of the stream, in which case it ends at around 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, just give me a moment, folks, just for me to get my phone out just so that I can look at the chat, because I can't see the chat on the TV because I'll be changing the HDMI port. In which case I gotta see the chat from my phone so I don't miss out on anything what you guys are saying. Okay, just give me a moment. Alright, folks, I just transitioned. Right now. Okay. Okay, so now. I feel uncomfortable. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it's. I forgot the chair. I forgot the chair, folks. Need to bring in the chair. Okay. We are. Yes, so far there hasn't been much noise going on outside so far, folks. Yeah, I guess it happens during the afternoon and evening hours. When it gets loud. But for now, it's quite calm for today's stream. And that's the way I like it, folks. Why can't this town just be more quiet? Be less annoying, and there will be less traffic. I miss those days. I truly miss those days so much. Alright, folks, so continuing where we left off from yesterday, we managed to get to Olympus Coliseum, but stupid Hades is at it again. Your stupid Hades, fucking cocksucking prick. He's at it again, but this time he's with Pete, that fat cunt. Okay, so we're here. And we brought along somebody with us. Okay, so now where are we going? Yeah, that's the part we can't really touch. Too dangerous to go back. Okay. Of course. Download. Yeah, he's kind of like, oh, what's his face? Deadpool. Hold on. Stupid music from the background. It's stupid Hades! Fucking Hades. So, we're gonna end up going against Cerberus, aren't we? And we gotta take on those pigs. Okay. Yeah, I just wanna... So far, I feel like, yeah, I spoke too soon on the whole no traffic part. Damn. Oh, the fat guy. Fuck. Fucking cunt. Hey, fat cunt. Oh, shit. He's gonna go berserk. How's he able to slide back up? Can't do that. Excellent job, you guys. Excellent job. Oh dear, it's the candle guy. Oh, there's more. Hilarious. Yeah, I'd rather do it the old-fashioned way for now. Excellent. Excellent job, you guys. It's the fat guy and two piglets. Hey, fat boy! Excellent. More fat, the fat guy. He's at it again. I want to take down the fat guy. Okay. Yeah, we've over... Wait. I thought he's dead. How... God damn it. I ended up getting in his way. I lost about half of all my HP already. Excellent. Ah, 2 more fat guys. That's rich. Let's take care of those 2 cunts. Know your place, moron. How's he able to slide? How's he able to slide upwards? Let's go back to the entrance. Oh boy, we got Cerberus to deal with. Okay. Let's take down Cerberus. Excellent job, you guys. Yeah, we gotta take down Cerberus. Guess we gotta do the things the same way we did back in Kingdom Hearts 1. We have to kill Cerberus. Damn it. Ah, damn it. I jumped too early. Bushido! Kill him! kill him. All I keep doing is pressing buttons, guys. Kill you! Yeah, my thumb feels tired, guys. Ah! We're savages! That's right. Oh my god, my thumb feels so tired, you guys. Dude, not now. Bye-bye. Haha. Okay, that was a close one. That I will allow now. Yeah! That's his girlfriend. He won't. You know, at times he will, but, you know. Orin, yeah, he can take care of himself. Because he's the master. Alright, now let's find a save point right now. Find that save point right now, you guys. Okay, Sabin is your best friend. That's what a friend told me. Yeah, it looks like it's Hades' doing. Let's go here. Fuck Hades. And Pete. Zeus? Who's Zeus? I mean, I know Zeus is God, but it's just that it's been a long time since I've actually watched Hercules. Back when I was a kid. And that was way long ago, like probably 25 years ago. Oh boy. He's getting Meg involved. Yeah, it does bring back memories. Instead of going to another world here, we actually came from the underworld. And boy, this is Hades' stupid shit. Alright, let's go to the Colosseum right now. Hercules, what's up? Yeah. Tried to go teach Hades a thing or two, but the underworld drains away all of our strength. Don't suppose you have any ideas? Stone at Mount Olympus. Of course not. He's a dick. He's an overall dick. Hold on a minute. Yeah, because you guys know that he's a total dick, right? Okay. So he's too busy doing a match, training. Okay, we got the map. That's good. Now we need to save real quick, because after all, a friend of mine told me saving is your best friend, as usual. Because it's true. No, really. That's the Hades Cup. Go to Hell Hades, the Hercules Cup, the Pegasus Cup, and the Phil Cup. Alright. And what's the rules? Okay. Yeah, keep it clean. Phil! You got that right. That's 3. We gotta take down the Heartless and the Nobodies. Alright. Let's train. Kate says to break the pots and retrieve as many orbs as possible. Practice. Of course, let's do this. Smash the pots or collect orbs. And collect orbs within time limit. Break the pots to collect orbs. Smash bigger pots into smaller ones. Let's go! Excellent. Of course not. It's all too simple. Let's do this. Maniac. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go! Gotta do it within a short amount of time. You ain't got a lot of time, no saying. Oh shit, time's out. Running out of time, guys. Aerial dive. Excellent. Store, what are you doing? Eric, what's up, man? Something wrong? You know, Meg's really worried about you, you know what I'm saying? None of my beeswax, that's a bit rude. Stolen? Ah, member of Organization 13 and the Nobodies. I mean, we passed, by Meg. Ah, you dick! Yeah. What's... Let's go, Pegasus. Actually, worse than a coward. He's a lowlife. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, go, Pegasus. More background music. That's rich. Okay. Now let's save real quick. So far, I'm kind of having fun, actually. I mean, I'm only having fun because this is something that's very adventurous. Actually, let's go back and find Hercules because I think talking to him would be much better. Yeah, just so I can get some more info. And no, I'm not a coward. Okay, turns out that's all the info I need. Alright, let's go! Go back to the underworld. Phil! What the hell, dude? Ah! Organization 13. Okay. Let's go now. Let's open this chest. Alright, excellent. Let's save real quick. I wonder if this is the way to go. Hydra. Looks like Hercules killed Hydra. Alright. Ah! Who the hell are you? What are you, cacti? Flying cacti, huh? Alright, looks like we've increased our level. Excellent. Excellent. Ah, dick. Almost had me. Let's see what's here. Lost Road. Ah! I'll kill you for this. You die. You die, you stupid cactus looking piece of shit. Cactus ghost. Stop cowering away and fight me like a man. Okay, we got another. That's good. That's the entrance. Excellent. Goofy leveled up. Yeah, I gotta take care of the fat guy first. Sit! Excellent job, fellas. Excellent job. Okay. No muted mics. Yeah, how do I reach there? It's hard. Now that's the entrance. That's the entrance. Everywhere is an entrance. It's always something, folks. Always something. Let's go through here. Atrium. Lucid Stone. AP boost. You! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Yeah, you're weird. Looks like we have to fight him. We gotta defeat him within 80 seconds. All right! Excellent! Yeah. We got it. We got it back. Yep. Oh boy, he's back. Really? Yeah, what are you talking about? I know. Gotta rescue Meg. Okay, we got Ansem's report. Let's go through here. Okay, we're at the lock right now. Now we need to save real quick, but we need to open the chest. Mithril shard. We got the map. Excellent. Open one more chest. Excellent. We got the AP boost. Excellent. Got 1302 monies. Alright, guys. Alright, let's go to the rescue right now. Alright, let's save again. Whew. Now, let's move onward, children. Hey, Hades! Yeah, right. Oh, looks like we have to fight this cunt. The enemies while defending Megara. Ah, dick! Hell no. Hell no, boy! Ha! Okay, we freed her, but we still have a lot of fighting to do. Hercules! Yes! Pegasus! It'd be better to take a shit on, Pete, the fat cunt. Yep. Go Pegasus! Make sure she's not spotted by Hades. Hades sucks. Let's go fight those motherfuckers. This is only gonna be between us and Pete. And we'll back up Hercules at every shot we got. Defeat Pete before the cave collapses. Alright, we'll try to make this quick. I need to finish off Pete. Hell no, boy. Excellent. Bullshit, you're going down. Guys, we need to get out of here. Well, this one's against you. Let's kick Hades' ass. He's got to finish the match. Okay, so now what do we do? Let's save. Whew. It's 12:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream for those of you just tuning in. My name is Marlon. This is episode 8 of Kingdom Hearts 2. How you guys doing? So sorry I haven't really asked you guys about this. Okay, now we are at Olympus Coliseum. We managed to beat Pete, but we are far from, well, beating him overall. Okay. Well, let's equip quick. Let's go to abilities. Aerial dive. Let's equip right now. Let's save again. Yeah, we will finish the stream at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. There's no chance, well, there is very little chance I'll be able to stream tonight. Oh, no. Hydra. Yeah, you should have killed him, Hades. I mean, Hercules. He has no strength. We gotta kill Hydra. All right. Let's do it. Damn it. Damn it. Yo, he's not taking much damage. Vanquish! Yeah! Let's kill him! We only can kill the head right now. Three heads! Two heads! Time to vanquish. Put this fucker out of in its place. Jump on Hydra's back. Got it. All right. Hydra's back. Gotcha. I know. That's what I'm doing. Let's kill it once and for all. Finish it. Got it. It's still alive. Hydra's back. Gotcha. Let's finish this fucker off. Alright, let's finish Hydra once and for all. Hydra's back. I gotta find the Hydra's back. Come on. I know. Vanquish! I'm getting on the Hydra's back now. Alright, let's finish this fucker. Now we need to finish. Damn it. Yeah, it's a bad idea to get on its back. It's a moving target. Playing whack-a-mole. Pegasus, run! Come on! It's like I'm attacking Donald for the most part. He's playing whack-a-mole. Pegasus, run. Yeah, this is far from over. Damn it! Taking so much hit. Playing whack-a-mole now. Alright, let's finish it. Yeah, it's playing whack-a-mole right now. Vanquish! Excellent, guys! Excellent. Alright. Splendid job, everybody! It looks like as though we've decapitated a Hydra. All of its heads are decapitated. Yeah. Yeah. But they'll be back. Yeah. Of course. Alright. Seems like Sora's ready to lock up. Alright, ready to do his thing. Excellent, we got the hero's crust. Now Maleficent. She's returned. I mean, Hades is far from done, though. Let's sell out. Seems like Queen Minnie. I wonder what she's up to. Chip and Dale? What the hell is going on? It appears as though that could be our next destination. Alright. Managed to get that one cleared up. It appears as though we might not be able to move on after that because for some reason things are coming up right now. Might as well just head over to Disney Castle. Got some important matters to deal with. Yep, except your home has been being invaded. Well, it looks like we have reached our destination already. Hold on just a minute. Let me mute the mic for a little bit. Alright, we're back. So sorry about that. Anyway, let's save this real quick. We only got about 10 minutes of streaming left. Hold on just a minute. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so we're at Disney Castle right now, and we are at the Gumi hangar. You know, the garage. Let's go to the library. So it turns out that Donald and Goofy are home, but something bad has happened in their own home. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh my God, looks like reality's starting to set in the background. Okay. Oh, looks like we got Heartless. Heartless have invaded, the home of Donald and Goofy. Yeah, when you invade the home of our heroes, this is absolute certain death right here. A death warrant has been signed for every single Heartless in this castle. Your death warrant, all of you Heartless bastards. Every Heartless death warrant has been signed. More! Well, looks like we got some massive cockroach infestation to deal with. Oh boy. Man, those guys will never stop. Okay, we're here. Oh my God, they're gonna explode! Those guys are like ticking time bombs. Excellent job, you guys. Yeah, I'm afraid this place is nothing but a battlefield. You have to clear out every single... Yeah, Sora leveled up. Cockroaches and bombs. AP boost. Got that. Got the blazing stone. Oh boy. This place is nothing short of a battlefield. It got too late, you heartless cockroaches. Oh, too many heartless assholes are everywhere. There's too many of them. Shit! Gotta finish this fucker off right now. Those low-life pests. Gotta get on top. I don't know how. Wait, there is... Bingo. How do I get there? There we go. Whew. Excellent. Now let's get out of here. That was exhausting, guys. Now let's move forward. Ah, more heartless. Give me a break. It keeps spawning everywhere. It's bad enough we had to deal with a lot of those assholes in the courtyard. This is hell. Yeah, I can't go up. Why do they keep spawning? Oh my god. They'll never stop spawning. You know, right now, Donald, his H... Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta get out of there. Guys, it's getting to a point where this is getting out of control. Who brought in all those heartless assholes into Disney's castle? I've never seen such a swarm of cockroaches in the castle. Let's get out of here, you guys. Let's save real quick. Alright, it's 1 o'clock p.m. We're going to leave it there for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. Alright, let me switch to the HDMI port. Well, actually, I'm just going to go to the title screen. Yeah, we're going to continue this next weekend. but it's highly doubtful that I'll be streaming on Saturday. But maybe I'll stream for you guys Kingdom Hearts once again tomorrow, maybe, or Minecraft. We'll see about that. Alright, let me try to change the HDMI port so that I can give you guys the weather topic of the day. Alright, so hold on tight. Oh, God. Yeah, it was a nightmare, you guys. You know, taking on the Heartless. And there were infinite amount of Heartless assholes everywhere in the castle. No matter how many we try to clear them out, they keep spawning. Boy, that was exhausting. Alright, let's go to the weather topic of the day. And, well, let's do it right now. So the weather topic of the day that I have in mind is driving on wet roads. So what do you do? What do you do when you drive on wet roads? So here it is. Driving on wet roads requires extra caution due to reduced traction and increased stopping distances. I'm so sorry about that, folks. There's just so much background noise to begin with, folks. So sorry about that, but I have no control over that. Okay. So here's the weather topic of the day. Driving on wet roads. Hold on, okay. Man, I just wish everyone would just shut up. You know, because this town is crazy. Why can I move? Simple. Apparently, a lot of things. Alright. Driving on wet roads. Driving on sorry about that. Yeah, I like things better the way it was 2 hours ago. Driving on wet roads. Driving on wet roads requires extra caution due to reduced traction and increased stopping distances. Key safety measures include slowing down, maintaining a safe following distance, and avoiding sudden movements. Well, folks, it is the weather topic of the day. It's just driving on wet roads. You know, on rainy days. Or driving on rainy days. Alright, so folks, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stream for you guys tomorrow. I'm so sorry about what happened last night. Technical difficulties, which prevented me from streaming last night. But I did do the national weather discussion just about 2 hours ago. And then after that, we got into Kingdom Hearts. And I will continue on either with Kingdom Hearts 2 or Minecraft, depending on like how long the updates it will take for the PlayStation 4, if there's any. Otherwise, I could play, or we might as well just play Minecraft. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your Father's Day, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of today. If you don't celebrate Father's Day, if you don't have Father's Day in your country. But regardless, enjoy your day or night or whatever, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. To 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But in the meantime, do hit me with a follow and turn on the notifications so that you guys will know I'll be streaming the next time. Whether if I'll make it on time or not, well, that, guys, the notifications of me streaming will let you guys know when I'll be doing so. Alright? Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, peace out, everybody. Love you all. Signing out. Happy Father's Day.